episode 111.
Okay. Are you guys still drinking?
I'm drinking, yeah.
Okay,
beer.
good. All right, here we go.
Don't you have a beer? Oh, no, you're losing weight. Okay.
Yeah, look at me. Look at it. Look at how
You're
skinny
wasting away there.
I am
birthday
wasting
boy.
away. Hello there, and this is due to Underwhelming Demand. Yes, it's us. It's Dave, Rachel, and Forman. It's this is a podcast, by the way. The podcast that's like getting a box of chocolates for Valentine's Day. Not good for you at all, but who cares?
Yeah, but they're delicious.
Right? I mean, I'm
Good
right.
chocolates are.
Yeah.
And this
Chef's kiss.
fine Valentine's Day chocolate box of a podcast is brought to you by Calves for a Cause.
Yes.
They are
welcome
back. They're back.
Yeah, the
Calves
annual
for a
charity
Cause.
sale hosted at the Canadian Dairy Expo coming up in Stratford, April 2nd, raising funds for the Children's Health Foundation. So the Children's Hospital in London that serves half the province, basically. All 100% of the commissions from the sale of these calves all go to the Children's Health Foundation.
They've raised
Nice.
over $150,000 so far.
Wow.
In the last, I don't know. They've been doing it for several years. But I think last year they'd raised 70 or 80,000. So now they're up to, they've raised a lot of money. So $150,000, all for the Children's Hospital. What a great cause. The live sale is April 2nd in the We Cover Cow Coliseum and online at dlms.ca. The frozen genetics sale closes April 3rd. That's online at Farmgate Timed Auctions, if you're looking for that. So thank you, Kev.
Frozen genetic sale?
Yeah, like if you need to impregnate your cow, I think. And so you buy it.
Oh.
Auction.
Get the calf before it is a calf.
It's a good cause.
And you can bid
Yes.
on that.
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Wow.
They're only going to do the
Yeah.
40 best calves at the calves
That's
sale.
amazing.
Right.
You know,
That's
There's
a
plenty
pretty-
more genetics where that came from.
Yeah. Well, it's auction. It's an auction, which A is fun,
Yes.
right? B,
Yes.
it's a good cause.
yes?
Oh, look, I
Yes.
got a thumbs up here on my screen. Do you see that? I don't know why it does that. Anyway,
Okay. Well, all
Calves
right.
for a Cause. Thank you very much. You can check them out on Facebook, Calves for a Cause.
Calves for a
Facebook.
Cause? Okay. Look them up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then, a bid. Because the money's going, it can't really go to a better place. That's nice.
Sure,
That's great.
absolutely. Yeah, that's right.
All right. All right. So coming up on the podcast today, I have some headlines.
Good. Okay.
I have some
Since Forman's been
headlines.
feeding you and stockpiling you with headlines.
Foreman has been feeding me.
I have.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah. And Foreman, you have coming up.
Oh, I want to know what your car wash cutoff number is.
Oh, the car wash.
What does that
cutoff
mean?
number. Okay. You'll find out.
Okay.
But first, an update from Rachel
Yes.
playing hockey.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if you've checked out my blog yet on underwhelming.ca.
we are so hockey centric on this podcast.
Yes,
Look at
you
us.
got the Senators, the Leafs hat. Your Senators hat's weird looking, Foreman. What's at the point at the top?
It's the point of winners.
Okay.
Oh, ouch.
It looks funny.
What
And
place?
I don't
fuck you.
need a
And
hat
where are you in the
because
standings? Come
I
on.
am the
Yeah.
hockey player in this.
Yeah,
group
that's
of
true.
three.
You're the hockey
I
player.
am
We are
the
not.
hockey player. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So how many
far,
games have you played?
None. I have not played any games.
Okay, well then you're not a hockey player.
There is an update.
Well, you're learning
to
how to
that
play.
a little
Yes.
bit. We're doing skills. So far, we had a little break because we couldn't get ice time, and then I was away, so I haven't been there since end of January, and my next one is Valentine's Day. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I've done 2, and so the first one you know about, we talked about that. Second one, excuse me, it's because of this beer. It's terrible. The second one, we had a special guest come, and our special guest was a legit coach who taught us power skating.
Oh, how'd that go?
Well, that's jumping the gun a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like
week
that is.
2.
How would
Week 2.
just teaching me to
Now,
stop?
the woman who did it is very lovely, and she actually taught Julia how to skate. She does all the skating. She runs a skating program in our town. And so, but her husband does a lot of hockey stuff. He was a great hockey player, still probably is. And so they team up together, and sometimes she trains hockey players too, I guess, like us. So she came, and I basically needed, like, it was one of the girls in line said, oh, we're back to doing can skate 1 through 5 again. And I'm thinking, Yes, that's what I need. That's what I need to be taught how to skate.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. So that's what she did. But she worked us hard. Like, I don't realize how hard I'm working when I'm out there because I'm just mentally trying to stay upright. Like, I'm just focused on staying upright, not falling, and just keep going. Plus, my feet hurt like a mother. And I
Still.
I don't know how that's.
They haven't toughened up yet, eh?
No. Well, it's only been 2 weeks.
Are your
but how does
skates
that
the right
stop?
size?
Well, I think so. It's the
what
arches
kind-
of my feet that hurt.
What kind of
It's not
skates are you wearing? Are they hockey
Hockey
or
All
skates.
skates are
I think they're Bauer. I don't know.
tight. Whatever.
Yeah.
Skates will hurt until you get used to them.
Well, they're not tight like on the sides. They're like my arches hurt. It's like I'm not used to using those muscles, I guess, balancing on a thin piece of metal. So, anyways, so we did skating, which was okay because you get out there and you kind of skate around. Everybody does some laps at first. I'm like, all right, let's go. And then we have to stop and listen to direction. And I can't stop moving. Did I tell you this last time? I haven't figured out how to stop sliding around.
Yes.
Yeah, so I kind of dig my heel in, and that anchors me a little bit. But again, it's a lot of work.
If only you had figure skates with a pick.
With a pick.
Yeah.
Well, you don't play hockey in those, Foreman. So
Well, it
so I had
sounds like
that.
you need them, is what I'm saying.
I do. I wish I
when
had
you're
them,
skating
actually.
around,
Yeah, I wish I had
when
them.
you say you're skating around, are you doing laps around the rink, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing laps around the rink.
I have a couple of questions about that. Just
Just
because
that?
I know
Laps,
that you're
like
new at
plural or singular?
this. Yeah.
Well,
Is
like
it
I might
lap
get one
or
and a half
laps?
in before they stop
lap
us.
or laps?
Yeah.
Might be a lap and a half. So
Okay.
I guess
Can
singular.
okay, so my second question then is if you're doing a lap,
Yeah.
can you turn?
Yes. I'm not actually bad at turning.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm
which,
gliding around
Which way is
in the oval.
Which way are you turning? Left or
I'm
right?
turning to my left.
Can you turn to your right?
I don't know because I can't stop with my left foot. So now I'm doing the pizza, right? Because we've talked about I stop pizza,
Snowplowing. Yeah.
Snow plowing. Yeah.
whatever. So, so I'm very good at stopping with my right foot. I can kind of but my left
So that
foot
leads me to
Right.
believe that if
doesn't
you're
wanna do it.
if you're good at NASCARing, which is rednecks turning left.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll bet you that if you were to reverse, like if they would say if the
Reverse, oh,
speed,
God.
if you reverse and go the other way, I don't think
Yeah.
you could turn.
Well, we actually did have to try that. We had to go in the middle.
And how'd that go?
I did it. I was okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But
All
it's
right.
the stopping and really what's very hard for me is skating backwards. Skating
Yeah.
backwards. So we
Yeah,
all
that's
had to
tough.
skate backwards a while and then so I couldn't even really do it. I cannot skate. Like everybody else is at the other end and I've just begun. And I'm like, how did you all get back there so fast? So me and my one other friend were the two slowpokes. And so we would go like maybe a third of the way backwards. And then we're like, we're going to turn forward. Go the rest of the way because we can't do it.
I can't
So,
do it.
yeah, so we haven't started games yet. But my understanding is we're going to start scrimmaging next week when I go.
Boy.
Yeah, so I'm a little nervous about that. I don't know how to puck handle or stick handle, whatever that's called. I don't know how to skate backwards. So somebody needs to be behind me at all times, I think. It's going to be hard and I can't stop. So not very quickly anyway. I could stop now better, but I can't stop on a dime. So that's going to be tricky.
You're just going to be out there during a scrimmage and like hovering, just like roaming.
Yep.
Nowhere near
like,
the puck.
No help.
Not having any influence on the play whatsoever.
Right.
Yep.
You're just kind of around.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Is it,
really. I should have just joined. I wish it was just hockey skills because that would have been fine with me. But now we're going to start scrimmaging. There's 10 weeks of this, okay? So that's going to be
scrimmage.
week
That's
4.
hockey. You have to learn to play hockey.
Right. So we're doing that. And some of these girls have played before. Like they are friggin' good. I don't know why they're joining because they're
you
better
need
than
to-
us. Like you
now,
don't, and
are they
we're
gonna-
holding you back.
Are they going to pick teams?
Okay, well, we have jerseys, actually. That was new. Last week we got jerseys.
There we go.
And so we have purple and we have white. And we're called the Betty Bombers because the Betty Bomber was some kind of thing in World War II. You'd have to
Yes,
look
you
that
can
up.
see a picture of you in it in your
Yeah.
blog at underwhelming.ca. Now, it is you obviously sitting in the dressing room, and still zero evidence has come to light of
Well,
you actually
We have
on
yet
the
to
ice.
see any
Yeah.
ice. We don't know whether you're okay. Have you
well,
decided?
no one takes their phone out there, so that's hard. And so it's all
everybody
everything
has their phone.
in the
Come
dressing
on.
room. But I didn't take anyway, so I will get videos eventually. But I'm very bad. The other new development is on our Facebook group. One of them posted, "Who would like to extend the session from 60 to 90 minutes?" And here's a poll to vote. My immediate response is no. My feet can barely handle 60 minutes, but I was proud of myself. In week 2, I lasted the full 60. I was out there. I didn't take a break because after the first week, I ended at 40 minutes.
Okay, so you did full. Okay.
Yeah, I did the full thing week 2, even though my feet were
So
screaming.
now someone wants to
Now
go
they
90.
want to extend it. Well, guess who won the vote? Everybody who wants to extend.
Yeah.
So that we have time, and it makes sense, and that's fine. We're going to do skills at the beginning, and then we have time for a scrimmage. Fine,
Oh,
that's
so you're
fine.
going to play a game.
Best of both worlds.
All the time. Yes, all the time we're going to
That's
play
awesome.
a game.
Okay, so
And it's
have
going to be
you-
90 minutes long. The only saving grace is that when you play a game, not everybody's out on the ice.
No, you get to rest.
Right? So you get to rest your feet, and that's fine. Like a couple minutes is good, and then I can go back out. I just need a little break off my feet
Sure,
for a couple.
everybody does.
That's
of course.
fine.
The pros
it's
need
very
that.
supportive of you.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the new development. We have jerseys, which is good. So we just
And 90
each
minutes
week
with
you
a
pick color.
scrimmage now.
Well, I think maybe 60 for a scrimmage and 30 for skills. I don't know. We'll see how this goes, guys.
Okay.
I'm not,
And so how many, give me an estimate, how many people are participating? Roughly.
I think there's about 35 of us.
Okay, so you've got
there's
enough
quite
for
a few.
you've got enough for
Oh,
yeah,
two
there's a
teams.
lot.
Holy.
Okay, so
We have 2 dressing rooms full of girls.
Okay,
Wow.
Yes,
have you
it's-
decided
it's-
what position you would like to play?
No. What doesn't move a lot?
Well, the goalie.
Although I move anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you're moving.
Probably forward.
Moving. Okay.
I don't think I should be defense because I
Are
can
you
only
left-handed
go
or-
forward and not backwards. So.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I
Did you
haven't
figure that one
decided
out?
yet, actually,
You
because
still
I
have-
used.
you haven't
No,
decided yet?
The first week I used a right hand, and then the second week I used a left hand. But we were doing power skating, so we weren't really using the sticks. It was just kind of there for decoration, and so I haven't
sorry.
really shot with a. I don't know. I feel like I could be both. And another woman told me she does. She can do both too. She's ambidextrous, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so you think you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
we
let me tell
do
you,
definitely. We definitely
know.
need to know. I can't wait for your first scrimmage.
Well, I can wait for it, and I
That's-
think that
I don't know
my
about you,
feet were
Forman, but I
hurting
am
so
living
badly.
for that first scrimmage. Oh
yeah.
I think.
I'm not really living for it, to be honest, guys. I'm not sure how much I love this, so we'll see.
Okay.
Like that might end my hockey career.
Okay.
We'll see.
Scrimmage. Update
Not without a
coming
camera
soon.
crew
I
present.
hope so. A camera crew. Yeah.
Car wash.
This is. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
It's all right. Can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't paying attention.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that's like going on a blind date on Valentine's Day. Yeah, probably a bad idea, but it might work out.
Yeah,
The stakes are high. The
Just
stakes are high, but it's a bad
Stakes are high,
idea.
but it might work out.
That's our podcast in a
That's right.
nutshell.
That's us.
Yeah,
Stakes are high, but it's a bad idea.
the stakes are very high when you're trying to figure out how long of a line is worth it to get a car wash. Because
Okay.
that is what I'm asking
That's
you
what
right
you
now,
meant.
and you listening. What is your car wash cutoff number? Everyone's
Well-
got a number. How many cars are you willing to wait behind in order to get a
yeah.
car wash?
We're coming into prime car wash season, I feel like.
Oh,
you
we're
know,
right in the
early
middle
spring.
of it, Rach.
We
We're
have been.
no. This
It's
is
Well,
a disaster.
we've had a rough.
I don't really get get a lot of car washes in the winter because I just know it's gonna. But in the spring, when things kind of dry and then it gets muddy, and then I do more in the spring. I think.
Okay, so you don't. So when you talk about that, see when the
You're
spring
not
car-
driving anywhere right now.
So
is what
when the
you're saying.
spring
No,
when the
not
spring
really.
arrives, I can just there is no lineup. I do it in my driveway.
Oh,
Just
I
saying.
see. No, I
But
pay
this
for
time
things.
of year, I get what you're saying, Forman.
Yeah.
You get a nice day, and with this winter, honestly, a nice, it's either freezing cold or it's snowing or whatever. And a nice day would be a nice, dry, sunny day, maybe not too cold, where you go, this is a perfect day to get a car wash.
Yes.
This is a perfect
Like
day.
right after it's been stormy.
Yes.
And
your car, like
been
my
sloppy and slushy.
So the cars, like both of our vehicles here, looked awful. But I mean, you look at it and go, well, I'm not going to waste. I don't know what a car wash. You can buy a car wash card. I suppose that'd be smart. But to go and get a car wash, what are they now? $20?
Maybe like 12, 13, 14, 15 bucks, depending on what level you want to get.
Sure. Okay. Because you don't want
Still
to
a
waste
lot.
that. You don't want to waste that money.
No.
I want to look at my
Right.
forecast and go, how long can I keep my car clean before it's going to look like it does now again? Right? So that's a tough one for him. And I'm not, if I'm three cars in front, no more than three. Any more
That's
than
a
three,
lot.
and I'm not going.
That's a
3,
long
that's like
time.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I can handle
At least.
3. I can handle 3 unless I get that person who can't get their car through, their car tires lined up. Then I'm annoyed.
Well, yes.
And you always run into one of
Didn't
those.
that happen to your wife one time, Forman?
Yes, that's the what she's sworn off. The
Car
one
washes?
where you have to put your wheel into the track because she can't get it in there. And she tried over and over and over again one night and couldn't do it, so she backed up and left.
She drive herself to work? I'd be a little
Poor
concerned.
Ashley. Poor Ashley.
But I think 3 is a long time.
Yeah, I would max 2. I think there was 2 cars. If I was desperate for a car wash, I would get in line. Otherwise,
Three
it
is
has
my
to be
limit.
pretty much empty for me to be like, yeah, okay.
Exactly. My cutoff is also 2, which is why for basically a week I've been desperate for a wash and haven't been able to get one yet.
We'll go to one with 3.
Everybody
It won't
else,
be that long.
no, it's not good enough. No, I'm not waiting there. I'm driving by. Not a chance. I'm not waiting in that.
Well, your odds, Forman, I would say, knowing people as well as I think I do, and I'm not, I don't really know people, but I would say that you're right. If I say 3 is my limit. I think I've been in a lineup of 3. It doesn't always work out very well for you because the more people in the line, the more problems there are.
Yes.
You either get someone like your wife who can't get the tire in,
Yes.
or you get someone who doesn't understand how to scan a code, or they don't know how to push a code, or you can see them going, oh, where'd I put it?
It's like a long line at the self-checkout. Most people need help at the self-checkout.
Look,
And it's the same with car washes.
And I know, Forman, you don't go to Costco. You avoid Costco. But now Costco used to ask to see your membership.
Yes.
You had to have it out. Anybody that doesn't have their membership ready and out when they enter Costco needs to not go to Costco.
Yep.
You cannot forget. You need to get it out in the parking lot as you're walking towards those big-ass carts. Well, now, Forman, when you go to Costco, they don't just want to see your card. They want to scan it. There's a scanner at the front.
And you have to wait for people.
Someone in front of me and butted in front with her cart, didn't have her card out, and then couldn't find it until my wife
Then move out of the way until you find it.
dragged me to the other side, and we went through this person's. I was.
Did you
behind
say,
her.
excuse me?
Move.
I probably
Anyway,
would have said, excuse me, and gone by.
That's why I'm
Nothing
saying.
makes me angrier than when people are not prepared
Yeah, I know,
and
I
they
know, I
hold
know.
up everybody else.
I'm
This is
saying
why you
3
can't
for me.
sit behind more than 2 cars at a
Right.
car wash.
I'm
Just
saying
can't.
3, and I'm not a patient person, so I
Yep.
don't know how I land on 3.
Yep.
And I know you're not a patient person.
No.
And Rachel's even less of a patient person. So.
There will be
I'm not
people.
less patient than you. It's not true.
You said 2 immediately.
Well, that's
Yes.
yeah.
There will be people like there's only 2 good automatic car washes in St. Thomas.
Okay.
And they're at the Canadian, anyone in this general Southern Ontario area will know what I'm talking about. The St. Thomas Canadian Tire Car Wash.
Okay.
People wait like 8 or longer cars in line.
No,
you
that's
will
dumb.
be there for over an hour.
Yep.
Well,
Because
you've got nothing else to do. Okay.
not
I
only
actually did
is
get
there
caught.
well, not only is there a limit on car washes in town, but that one in particular takes at least 5-6+ minutes per car.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's so long.
That's terrible. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I got caught actually, and the reason why I say I'll only have 2 now is that I got caught at a Canadian Tire in London in line. It was like March. Everybody wanted a car wash that day. It was bright and sunny and dry.
Yeah.
And there was like, I don't know, probably 8-9 cars in line. And I thought, oh, it'll go fairly quick. No, I was there for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I was so
Oh, no.
And
you
once
can't-
you're in the line, you can't get out.
You can't get out. Yeah, you
No.
can't get out.
Because there's
Wow.
curbs there. So you're stuck just
Yeah,
waiting.
see, you need one that, like, I've got one now in Woodstock, and I had one in Dartmouth where you would go by it every time you needed to go to and from work, and you could see the lineup. So you didn't even have to get off the road to know if you could whip in and get a car wash. And now I finally got one in Woodstock. But I mean, I did ask this question on Heart FM, and some people were saying 2, 3, maybe. Normally 2 or 3, said another Rachel, but my mirrors were so bad that I actually waited for 5 cars yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. One guy, Mike, said, depends on what's going on, but usually I'll wait, even if it's 4 or 5 cars ahead of me.
Okay.
He'll
You
gladly wait behind me.
must have a lot of time, Mike.
Right?
Yeah.
Like an
Wow.
escape from his family.
Right. Maybe that's why. Yeah. Maybe they're happy to do that.
Well, we had a nice
Grab
day.
a Starbucks first and have your little time alone in
Sure, I guess.
in your car wash line.
We had a half decent day on, I think, was it Sunday? And I said to Jana, and both the cars, they're filthy. I said, well, why don't we?
A sunny day after a storm on a weekend?
Yeah.
Don't even think about
Should
it.
we go to a car wash? Well, there is a coin operated one, believe it or not. I'm sure
Yeah.
you tap near us. And I said, well, why don't we just go over there and maybe we'll do mine and then we'll do yours.
Right.
And then she just said, well, why don't we just do it in the driveway? And it was -2.
Was your water turned on?
Yeah, it was still working. I have a hose in the garage, and it was, yes,
You don't
it
turn
worked.
it off.
Yeah, it worked,
Okay.
and we cleaned our cars out in the dry. How they didn't freeze, I have no idea, but it worked.
I wish I had a hose in the garage. We have to turn ours all off in the winter.
No.
Everything's turned off in like October.
Most people don't have a power washer and a hose in the garage, and la-di-da.
Yeah, fancy.
Maybe I.
That's what you get north of Fanshawe.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
Bringing my car over.
Yeah, you can.
No, you aren't.
Dave's driveway is the new car wash.
There's 2 or 3. There's 2 or 3 already in line for me. You're not.
No.
Yeah, right.
I'm laying on the horn until the hose comes out.
This is due to underwhelming demand. We are Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This is the podcast that inspired this lovely Valentine's Day poem. Roses are red, khakis are tan. If we could do a podcast, anyone can. You're welcome.
Very good. I like
You
that.
could share that with anyone who you're close
done.
to. Anyone
It's our
you hate.
Valentine's poem to you.
Yes.
Yes. We have another one to share before the end of the episode as well.
Do we?
Oh.
Okay, I can't wait for that.
Wow.
From John to Jan.
Oh, from John to
Oh,
Jan.
I thought you wrote a poem. I thought, wow, you guys are very romantic right now.
No.
Okay.
I did not and am not.
Okay. Wow.
But it is time. It is time for headlines.
Real headlines.
Ah, very good. Okay.
It's been a few. It's
been a minute.
Podcasts since we've done a headline. These
Yeah.
are real headlines. I don't make them up. I can't make them up. Why would I make them up?
No.
I don't need to make them up.
No.
Actual headlines. Shout out to Forman, who sends me headlines on a regular basis.
Yes.
Many of Forman's headlines are included. Thank you, Forman, for doing some of the work for me. I appreciate
There was even one, I don't know if you're going to end up using it, but one that somebody sent to me, and I replied as soon as I saw it and said, "That's hilarious. I just sent this to Dave."
Oh, really? Yeah. That's funny.
Well, you let me know whether.
Okay.
Yeah.
You let me know. These are actual headlines. Here we go. Monkey jumps into a Starbucks drive-thru and assaults a barista.
Headlines.
Oh.
Well, you
Who
know,
took the monkey there?
Why is he there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
not very nice.
I don't think that's
He's not.
fair. I
He's
don't think
not
it's fair.
very
Yeah.
Did
kind.
they spell his name wrong?
Yes.
Then they deserved that.
They called him an ape.
Yeah, that's right. You deserved it. A zookeeper goes into lion enclosure to impress fiance, gets mauled.
Oh my god.
That's an actual headline.
Yeah.
On that one?
Yeah.
Turns out she was still impressed.
By the monkey. Yeah.
Bring your own popcorn bucket day, a complete nightmare for movie workers.
Oh my gosh. I can
Real
imagine
headlines.
that. The buckets people bring. But that's a good promotion, actually.
That's not, well,
like
is it really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man banned from entering any Walmart, arrested on theft charges at Walmart.
Of course.
Headlines.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who let him in?
Yeah.
How'd he get in here?
Of course he was.
All right, we have a couple of categories of headlines on this episode. This is now headlines from all around the world. Things
Okay.
are happening, weird things are happening all around the world.
Global
Headlines
headlines.
from around the world. Global. Here we go. Illinois man arrested for throwing bags of cat poop on Trump supporters' yards.
That's an actual headline.
That's gross.
Now, if you could be arrested for that, I could be anyway, just saying.
Don't tell your neighbor.
Yeah, I don't know.
They caught him. That's the problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Headlines from all around the world. Athletics Australia becomes Australian Athletics in bold new rebrand.
Real
I
headlines.
don't
That's
know
like
why.
when that Walmart made a new logo and it's exactly the same.
Exactly.
Did you see that?
I just love that headline.
Not different at all.
Athletics Australia's Australian Athletic bold new. Anyway,
Yeah.
Bold.
headlines around the
Brave,
world.
what a brave choice.
They
Yeah.
really did it this time,
they
guys.
did it this time. They got it. They nailed it.
Yeah.
Disgraced Chinese CEO convinces son to break up with his fiancée, then marries her himself.
Headlines.
Now he's a disgraced father. That's
No.
terrible.
How's Christmas there?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not happening.
Yeah. Wow. A Manila traffic jam caused by 2 coffins on highway.
Oh my.
That's an actual headline.
I don't
That's
know how that
interesting.
works.
How does that
is
happen?
I don't know. I don't
Were they occupied?
I don't know. I
Are
don't
they
know
on
that.
wheels?
I don't know. More headlines from around the world. Britain's Royal Navy mistakes farting whale for Russian drones.
Oh my god.
Real
Whales
headlines.
fart? That's funny.
Yes, it is.
Know
That's
that.
true. Whales do fart.
Well, I knew they had a
Just like-
blowhole.
Well, they're mammals, so they well,
Sure,
that's
I
not
guess. I don't
that's
know.
not where they fart, but okay.
I know, but I didn't
Okay.
think.
I didn't compile the list of things pulled from blow.
Okay, one more headline from around the world, actually from Canada. Learning about gangs event canceled in Saskatoon over threats of potential violence.
Headlines.
They didn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is a way to alert them.
Well, they haven't learned about it yet. Is
Yes.
the problem?
Sure, yeah, maybe that's the problem. Yeah.
Okay.
What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Yeah.
Exactly. Experts warn that Bluetooth sex toys are a prime target for hackers.
That's an
That's
actual
not
headline.
only
Pardon
funny,
me.
but very informative.
How do you hack a sex toy, and what are they doing with it?
To what end?
Yes, to what
To
end?
what end?
Are you
I don't
being helpful?
know. I don't have that answer. I don't.
Okay.
I have no
This
answer.
thing won't
But-
turn on.
Yeah, but that does lead me to another category in this edition's headlines. These are
Okay.
wiener headlines.
Oh,
Wiener headlines.
Great.
Authorities in France warn people not to buy or use erection honey.
Real headlines.
What is that? Well, never mind.
don't know.
I think I know what it is.
Don't need to
You
know.
don't need to know.
Your imagination's done enough.
Why would you need to know that?
I just never
Wiener
heard of it
headlines.
before.
More wiener headlines.
Yeah.
Ex doctor jailed over mobile circumcision service.
Headlines.
That's
I mean,
That's
why
a
was
bad
he
idea.
jailed? Because it was mobile?
Come
Not
get your
enough.
roadside circumcision.
That's right. Try that in a pothole.
God.
I'm
Okay.
busy. Yeah,
Don't-
Okay.
They're not going to do it when they're driving.
It's
Right?
a mobile
Usually
circumcision.
you stop and you do it on the side of the
You
road.
hop on and hop off. Right?
Yes. Well, I think it's for babies.
It's like
Excuse
an
me,
Uber.
sir.
I'll take you downtown, and while we're going, if you need any work done.
Hey, look, an ice cream truck.
That's right.
Well, you'll get one after.
That's
yes,
right.
hang on. Give me a few
Wiener
minutes.
headlines. Here we go. Bavarian ski report I love wank slogan banned for fear Brits will be offended.
That's an actual headline.
What does that mean in Bavarian
No,
skiing?
do you not know what a wank is?
Yes, I do, but is that the same thing?
Well,
in-
it was, I think, the name of a mountain, wasn't it?
Oh,
and
is
they
it?
had put,
Okay.
they had a
I
sign
didn't know
that
why
said,
you would have
I
that.
love
that
wank.
is offensive.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Okay.
is Wank Mountain.
Wank Mountain.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
In
see.
We
Germany.
love wank. Yeah.
Well, then
That's
No.
the name.
that's
That's
their
the
name.
name.
Yeah.
That's
their
where
name.
World Cup
Well,
Alpine
they-
races are.
They took down
Oh,
the
okay.
signs. Anyway, Wiener headline. One more.
They shouldn't have to hide their identity. For
Well, I'm
that.
just saying.
a
Wiener
shame.
headline. Here we go. Drunk Fort McMurray man falls while taking a leak outside a bar in minus 30 weather. Ends up with his penis frozen to the ground.
I saw
Real headlines.
that one.
You saw it?
I saw a
No,
man,
that was
Canadian
like-
man's penis frozen to the ground, and I thought,
Of
how
course.
the f-
Well-
does that happen?
Well, where else would that happen but here?
Well,
Fort McMurray, yeah.
the
way up
story is not that he went outside to take a leak, is that he got in a bar brawl,
And then...
which ended up on the street, during which his pants fell down, and then he
Okay.
got stuck.
I
to
like
the
my
side.
story better. I like my story better.
there. Wow.
Okay. Off we go to Florida. One more
Great.
set of headlines. Florida. Here we go. Florida man arrested for DUI after girlfriend was, quote, rubbing all over me.
Headlines.
That's how he got
But do you?
caught.
Okay. All right.
And how do you explain the alcohol in your blood?
Yeah, it's
Sure, yeah.
He was rubbing all over me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Florida man crashes truck into creek after doing donuts in winter storm.
Yes.
I love
well,
that one.
That's an
why
actual
not?
headline.
Yeah, I see
You
that.
know,
I can
they're
believe
not.
that.
We can do donuts in a winter storm. Florida,
Yeah,
not
Florida,
so
you
much.
don't have a clue.
Don't even.
We
bother.
know how to stay out of the creeks, and when
That's
he
right.
crashes into their creeks, there's alligators in there.
Yes.
right.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Florida man goes full Goldilocks at local fire station, eating food, showering, watching TV, and sleeping in their beds.
Real headlines.
Wow. That is
I love that
Goldilocks.
headline. That just says everything you need to know right there. Florida man eats diet of butter, cheese, and beef, causing cholesterol to ooze from his body.
Ew.
Headlines.
Ew. Ew. What does that
Okay.
look like?
He turned orange. Part of him turned.
I've seen pictures. It's
Ew.
gross.
It's pretty gross. Pretty gross.
Gross.
Don't have a diet of. He was eating sticks of butter.
Ew.
No one
What
needs
do you
to
think's
butter their
going to
meat.
happen? How are you alive? I don't know.
But lobster needs butter. Just
Sure.
saying.
Florida man arrested after allegedly going ballistic in prime rib buffet line.
Ballistic.
That's an actual
Over
headline.
what?
Oh, if there's no prime
Were they
rib. I don't
running
know.
out?
I wanted the rare piece.
Oh.
Florida woman poops on store floor to distract employees while her partner steals things.
Real headlines.
I mean, that's a
That's
good
clever.
plan.
Hey, listen.
That would
you-
distract people.
Look, if you're going to go and steal things, you gots to have a plan.
Yes.
I'm
Agreed.
surprised we know about that because I thought that would have been more effective, but it seems like
Apparently it wasn't. That plan didn't
Right.
work. Florida man in Dalmatian onesie
Oh my God.
faces 13 charges after fleeing troopers with one handcuff on.
Headlines.
Okay, so he's in a onesie.
A Dalmatian onesie. Obviously, Rachel, obviously he was easy to spot.
But bum.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Symbols.
I'm here all week. Florida man selling illegal Florida man selling illegal fireworks out of back of van loses 2 fingers after suspicious explosion.
Ew.
That's an actual headline.
He's lucky it wasn't a whole hand.
Sure.
Right.
Just lucky it wasn't a whole van.
Well, that's, yeah.
Sure. A couple more. Florida man sits on gun, shoots himself in the penis.
Real headlines.
This is why dumb people can't have guns, but they all do. They
That'll
all
get the
do.
paper clip out.
That's right. That's just, I mean, come on. That's a dick move. Don't you think?
A dick move.
Just-
Yeah.
And Florida man with, quote, abnormally large testicles
How large are they?
Yeah.
Of course he lives in Florida.
Yeah, arrested for allegedly exposing them, of course.
I mean, if
Headlines.
you, wouldn't you?
Well,
No. Like,
No.
look how big, you know. Is he bragging?
you think, I think that's nuts.
I can't find large enough underpants.
Well, that's a problem.
that-
That is nuts. You're right,
Yeah,
Dave.
that's nuts. This is due to Underwhelming Demand. It's a podcast where Dave, Rachel, and Forman. Thank you for downloading, listening, supporting. And if you don't know, we have a website now. It's underwhelming.ca. You can go there and read Rachel's blog, or I have a couple of blog posts. We have a newsletter that goes out. There are pictures.
Yes,
You
please
can,
sign up
it's-
for our newsletter.
Sure, it's easy to find our latest episode. You can
There's
even
also
leave
a
us.
listener survey if you want to let us know
Sure.
what you like and don't like about the podcast.
You can do that. You can leave us voice messages. It's all there for you. Or if you want to sponsor this fine podcast, there's a way for you to do that too. So underwhelming.ca. Failing that, you can also buy us a coffee at, what is it, Rachel?
Buymeacoffee.com/underwhelming.
Well, it's
Or
also at
just-
underwhelming.ca.
It's also
Right.
there.
It's
It's also
also on the
there.
website.
You can email us at daverachelforman@gmail.com. You can get a hold of us on social media. And we love to hear from you. And that's the point of the end of the show where we hear back from you. So
Yes.
what do we got? What do we got?
Okay, well, I have. Do you want to go first, Forman, or me?
Yeah, you
Oh,
go for
we
it.
have. Yeah, we
Okay.
promised to read the something for me. What was that?
We
Well,
have
we'll
a
get to
poem.
that at the end.
Oh, we'll get
Or
to
a
that. Okay.
Valentine. Okay, so I have an email from my favorite listener, Forman's mom.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Forman's
yes.
mom, Kathy, has written to us, and the subject line is Happy Nuts and Other Sports.
No!
Dear Dave, Rachel, and Foreman, Dave, I am so glad that your daughter has inherited your sense of humor
So am
because
I.
she purchased Happy Nuts for Dave for Christmas.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
Let us all know whether you endorse your Happy Nuts cream should you choose to try it.
Please don't.
It made me think of
don't want to know.
It
I'm
made me
not-
think of the hilarious comedy duo Bowser and Blue from Montreal. Their live show performances are even more risque than the recorded ones you can see on YouTube. Their 1997 special on CTV was Two Nuts Roasting on an Open Fire. Is dated, but it's still really funny.
Okay.
She did send a video of that. You can check that out.
Sure, I probably have watched that off of VHS, which was recorded
Have you?
off the TV. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then she says, Rachel, we're so proud of you for your foray into women's hockey. Thank you very much. I'm sure you'll enjoy it after you learn to stop, get up without using the sideboards. After you put in your 10,000 hours, a nod to Malcolm Gladwell, because that's 10,000 hours makes you proficient at something, I think.
Right.
You'll probably be signing up with the PWHL. I don't know about that, Kathy. We all look forward to seeing that. Rachel, if you'd like to try another new sport, have I got a horse for you?
Oh,
What's the sport?
Windsor is available for dressage lessons, and he is not camera shy. I can take videos of Rachel in Windsor to be shared on your podcast. My schedule is
Oh.
flexible. I look forward to hearing from you.
Well, I would like to.
That would make my life, Kathy. I
Okay.
can't tell you.
Well, Rachel,
if I
w-
lived near you, I would be there in a flash.
Well,
you know, she's not offering him for free. She's offering
okay.
him to be leased to you, so you pay her a monthly fee. So that she can recoup some of the enormous cost of having
I
a
see.
horse.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So
Well, I
please
still-
take her up on that.
Look. If you've got the cash, Rachel, I thoroughly
Yeah.
encourage you to do that.
I don't have
would
a lot
lo-
of cash now because hockey has really drained me.
Well, yeah,
but
but
I would go and take Kathy up on that
I would
if she
love,
lived near
love,
me.
love to see that. I really would.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm up for trying new things.
Get
but
all your hockey equipment on and then get on the horse.
I
Oh,
might
don't
have
do that.
to. I
Don't
might
do
have
that.
to. Anyway, thank you, Kathy. I love your emails. We love that.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
Yes, and finally, as promised, from John to Jan, a Valentine for us all.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
John. Okay.
Gather around
Yeah,
the
John
podcast.
bought,
children.
Gather around.
He bought a coffee for us with this Valentine. Is
As
that
a
right?
yes. yes.
Okay,
So
very
the
nice.
least we could do is read it.
Okay.
Absolutely. So here
Of course.
is this for Jan, this Valentine?
Yes, from
Okay.
John to Jan.
Okay.
Roses are red, violets are sweet. To go with the low-flow toilet, for Valentine's, a slow, soft-close toilet seat. I'm all flushed. Love, John.
Okay. So that tells me John gave you a low-flow toilet without the soft close seat. So
Yes.
now you're getting it.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank God.
Well, of course. That, I mean,
I love that that's a poem.
that
There's
is,
only one complaint I could lodge at Christmas time about my low-flow toilet.
Yes.
Is that the seat
seat-
slammed shut.
Yes. Yes.
but that's been fixed.
The slow close is what you need. Yeah. Soft
Boy, that
close.
is true. That is true love.
Yeah, it really
That
is, yeah.
That is true love.
Well, she sits in comfort every day. Can you blame him? It's very thoughtful.
Okay.